Bryce Hinsdale back in action this week after missing the second half last week, and he's lining up the kick, and we're getting ready to get started here.
It's a bright sunny day here, so for those watching online.
Beautiful kick by Bryce, fielded by number 6 at the 2-yard line, and he loses his footing, and he's going to be down right there inside the 5. So a heck of a nice kick. What little bit of wind there was behind Bryce, but he got his leg into that one, Kyle.
Yeah, really good kick by Bryce. Pins them down inside the right at the 5-yard line, and it'll be interesting to see today. The field looks in good condition, but again, first play of the game, and big running back for St. Mary's slips. So we'll see how the footing goes today. But first and 10. For St. Mary's on the 5-yard line.
So to me, on paper, this team looks a lot like Randolph. They like to just kind of line up and come right at you. Their running back has 850 yards rushing through 3 games, so he's obviously one of the more aggressive backs. And they start out with 2 wide right. Now they're going to bring the one receiver across the back into motion, hand off to the running back up the middle, and he's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be number 26,
Gabe Roth
with a nice unassisted tackle right in the hole.
Yep, Gabe starting at that middle linebacker spot, and hole opened up, and he filled it and made a nice tackle. The one thing that we see on film for St. Mary's is you have to tackle these guys. If they get past that first or second tackle, that missed tackle, they can be dangerous. We've got to tackle well today.
2 wide, 2 left, bring wide receiver across motion again. Similar play. Looks like it's going to be a run option, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Trayvon Kopta with the tackle out of bounds at about the 8-yard line, so that's going to gain about 3 or 4 yards for him, but we're going to be looking at a 3rd down and 6 or so.
Yeah, good start defensively to this series. Need a stop here. Really could set up good field position. It'll be interesting to see. I would imagine St. Mary's will take to the air for the first time on this play, but we'll see.
Their running back, Christian Lewis, he's a senior, 5'9", but he goes 215 pounds, so he's kind of a load to bring down. Once he gets moving, like you said, he's tough. They're going to give it to the running back, and he's going to have about a 4-yard gain, but I don't think that's going to be enough for a first down. Once again, CSP defense stiffens.
Yeah, about a yard short there. First real decision for St. Mary's. I got to believe they're going to punt deep in their own end, and that looks as though what they're going to do. So a really nice start defensively for CSP here.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, CSP is playing in the Class D. St. Mary's plays a Class B schedule in the Monsignor Martin League up in Buffalo. They're a private school, and so they have kids from kind of all over the Buffalo area up there. So, to my knowledge, this is the first time that CSP Wolfpack or any CSP teams have played a St. Mary's team.
Yeah, I believe so. A couple of years ago, we played Bishop Timon.
Punts right. It's going to be short. It's going to be get away, and the ball is going to roll dead at about the 24-yard line, so only about a 10-yard net punt on that thing. And CSP is in business here, Kyle.
Yeah, and we saw that also on film. Their punting game is not very good. They had 2 punts in their game against Cleveland Hill, one that netted 7 yards and one that netted 22. We might have had one right there that fell right in between those two.
So CSP's to the line of scrimmage, 2 wide, 2 left, 2 right, 1 running back, Curtis Olson under center. Going to bring us motion and a trap play, and luckily, like last week, it's handed off to Gabe Roth, and he's taking tacklers with him down to going to be pretty close to a first down, Kyle. That ball popped out of Gabe as soon as he took the exchange from Curtis, and similar to what Randolph did last week 3 or 4 times, it bounced right back to him, and he just kept chugging.
Yeah, and what's going to be interesting is they play their tackles. St. Mary's plays their tackles very, very wide. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Harper really attacks the middle of that offensive line.
Sweep to the left coming with Trent Burchanowski coming around the end. Trent's going to be close, but we're going to have a face mask penalty, I think. Flag on the near side official thrown, and there was no CSP players in the vicinity except for Trent. And I think that defender got his hand up around Trent's face mask, it looked like.
Yeah, I think that's what the call is. Really nice job by Bryce Hinsdale and Micah Willink sealing that edge and allowing Trent to get out there. And Trent is probably our fastest, if not one of the fastest, if not the fastest player that we have, and so we want to get him out in space. So it'd be a nice combination to pound them right up the middle, and then sprinkle in a little speed of Trent on the outside.
And that is indeed the call. We're going to have a face mask penalty, so that's going to be a first down at about the 4-yard line. CSP Wolfpack right on the line of scrimmage again, this time just 2 wide left. Curtis under center, 2 running backs, and going to be a trap play for Gabe up the middle. He's going to get about 2 yards right into the heart of the St. Mary's defense.
It's like about the 1 or 2 yard line. Looks like maybe the 1 yard line. So second and
goal, they'll call it from the 1. And CSP, unlike last week and prior weeks, they're actually going to huddle a little bit here. I wondered if they wouldn't do this, try and slow that offensive machine down just a little bit. And now we got a timeout called on the field for some reason. Little clock readjustment here. We're about 10 seconds off from the official clock, kept on the field by the officials. They're going to run some time off here. And as we do, we want to take a second to thank Lictus Oil Propane. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream broadcast comes in part from Lictus Oil and Propane and Clymer. Family-owned, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agricultural industry and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and on and off diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support.
This is a chance to recognize the offensive line from left to right. We're going Kyle Ryan, Trayvon Copta, Tate Newman, Hayden Heiser, and in the middle of that action is Hayden Battaglia.
And shades of last week, or actually 2 weeks ago against Portville, center quarterback exchange, not the smoothest right there. Curtis was able to maintain possession, but that ball definitely hit the ground again. So even though we got another beautiful, bright, sunny day here, that's 2 fumbles that we've recovered, luckily, on this drive already. CSP huddling back again, and they'll approach it. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 1 yard line. 2 wide left, 2 running backs, Curtis under center. And we're going to have the snap, and the snap's going to go to Trent, and they're going to be meeting in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 1 yard or so.
Yeah, nice penetration by the St. Mary's front 4, and really no room for Trent to go there. He's, Trent is a guy that we preferably like to get out in space. He's not necessarily, he can, but he's not necessarily a tackle-to-tackle running back. We like to get him out one-on-one.
So we got 4th and 3, Curtis under center, same formation, 2 left, 2 right. They're going to bring Bryce across the back in motion. And it's going to be a rollout by Curtis Olson, and he's looking for Micah Willink in the end zone. And Micah is going to make the catch. Coming across the back of the end zone, that's going to be a Curtis Olson to Micah Willink touchdown. So that's going to be a quick 6 points for the CSP Wolfpack. Nice play, Kyle.
Really good start for CSP, and that was a great play call by Coach Harper. We had been pounding them inside, little play action, bootleg, get Curtis out in the open so Curtis could make a decision. If Mike is open, he can throw it. If not, Curtis is a strong enough runner. He can get 3 yards for you, put his head down, and so here's the extra point from Bryce. And that appears from our angle to be pretty good.
That was real good. Looks like Bryce had his Wheaties this morning, Kyle.
Let's hope.
Big kickoff and big extra point there. So 7:52 left here in the first quarter. It's going to be 7-0 CSP over the St. Mary's Lancers, and CSP's in business here, Kyle.
Yeah, really good start, and we'll see if we can get them pinned back again and get back out there on defense. But I would imagine after a loss last week, Coach Harper's got to feel really good about the start here. We got a nice 3 and out on defense, which means we will get the ball when we start the second half, which is a positive. And then we were able to get the 3 and out, and then have a nice little offensive drive to score some points.
Underwriting for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Triple E Manufacturing. Triple E Manufacturing offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Triple E Manufacturing, online at tripleemfg.com. As Bryce Hinsdale approaches the ball, we're going to have another deep kick to the fielded about the 10-yard line by the St. Mary's team, and that's going to be a great individual tackle coming off the right-hand side, and that's going to be Trent Burchanowski coming in from his wide kickoff stance, and the individual tackle, and that was a heck of a nice play by Trent.
It was a great play, and again, first contact, we're making the tackle.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it's on defense or special teams. The principle is the same. Want to make the contact, want to get them to the ground, and heck, even if you have to hang on for dear life, you at least hold them up.
Yep.
And have your teammates come and help you.
So St. Mary's going to take over at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:28 left here in the first quarter. CSP 7, St. Mary's 0. St. Mary's driving from left to right, quarterback in the shotgun, bringing his wide receiver across the field into motion, and it's going to be a handoff to the big running back up the middle, and he's going to have about 5 or 6 yards up over the left-hand side of his offense, the right-hand side of the CSP defense.
Yeah, you don't really want to let him get ahead of steam because he is a big boy, and
we played this team.
May have to make a business decision.
Yeah. We played this team at the JV level. They're actually Cleveland Hill. There's 3 or 4 of these guys from Cleveland Hill, and the running back and the quarterback are 2 of them, and they took it to us pretty good there. That was a couple of years ago, so we'll see how we do today. It's quarterback ready to receive the snap from the shotgun. That time the running back does take on the defender, and that was Gabe Roth with a big hit up the middle. But like you said, Gabe was able to slow him up, but he was able to make 3 or 4 yards after contact. He gets them shoulders going north and south, and he's a load to bring down.
Yep, and we're not anything above the waist is not going to bring him down. You've got to get him low, and because anything up top, he's just going to carry you. You're going to go for a ride.
So St. Mary's tight formation here. Quarterback in the shotgun once again brings a wide receiver across the field under motion from the. Going to take off to the left, and he's going to be trying to make a first down around the end, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right there, and that's going to be Drake DiDomenico using the sideline as his defender. Got the quarterback out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain on a looked like a run-pass option play there, Kyle.
Yeah, and that's again, he when he scrambles, he does want to have a tendency to scramble to the left, and that's what he did there. I'm not sure that was. I don't think that was necessarily a pass play. I do think that was. That may have been a run all the way. So we'll see 2nd and about 6 here.
Once again, bringing the wide receiver across the front of the offense under motion. It's going to be dropping back for a pass attempt, and that's going to fall incomplete. He was getting pressure from Trayvon Copta, made him get rid of the ball a little bit quicker than what he wanted to. He had Marcus Johnson as wide receiver off to the right-hand side here, and that ball was a good 5 yards out in front of the receiver.
Really nice job by Trayvon to create the pressure, and we had good coverage there on both the deep and the intermediate receiver. Big 3rd down here for CSP's defense.
So 3rd and 5, 6:11 left here. Clock is stopped on the incompletion. St. Mary's to the line, the quarterback in the shotgun, and he's ready to accept it. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a tackle for about a 3-yard gain. Micah Willink, and it looks like Kyle Ryan on the tackle there. And it's going to be 4th down. They did get him stopped short. It's going to be 4th and about 1.
Yeah, I was surprised there, Brian. I thought Christian Lewis, number 2, the running back, got a little bit of an early start there. Was leaning kind of up on his toes, and a lot of times that's happening right in front of the umpire. Or the official, he's going to call that. So St. Mary's is going to go for it here.
They line up really deep, in my opinion, compared to the line of scrimmage. So this time they're a little closer. Quarterback and the running back are both at the same level, both in the shotgun area. Quarterback receives it in the shotgun. He's going to hand it to the big running back up the middle. He makes it past the first line of defenders, and he's off and running, Kyle. And that's going to be a St. Mary's touchdown. Christian Lewis with about a 55-yard scamper right up through the heart of the CSP defense.
Yep, and we missed a couple tackles on right in the point of right at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to get through those and get the touchdown. So that's one thing. You know, he can make big runs quickly, and they can score quickly. So, that's what we just saw. So,
Yeah, and like you said, once he got past that second level, he was pretty well gone. For being kind of a stout kid, he's got some afterburners there.
Yes, he does. There are some big,
man, their line, holy
on
smokes, their line, 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6'2". Got a successful extra point attempt by the St. Mary's team. They also kicked their extra points, so we're going to be tied with 5:17 left here in the first quarter, 7-7. Support for CSP Wolfpack Football play-by-play on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street, Union City, and 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, as well as online at www.corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks to the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack Football play-by-play. So now we're going to chance to see what the kickoff team for St. Mary's looks like. They're going to be kicking into what little wind there is. They're kicking right into it, and I believe it looks like the same kid as the punter is the kicker.
Yep, and you've got Trent Burchanowski and Bryce Hinsdale and Cooper Brown back for CSP.
Kick is away. It looks like that's going to be fielded by Trent, and he's going to run it right up the middle of the defense, and he's got one guy to beat, and Trent is going to take it to the yard. That's going to be a 85-yard touchdown return for Trent Burchanowski.
Nice job. Great job by the special teams. Everybody made a good block, and a lot of open space in the middle there.
Oh,
Trent just took it and went. And
not to use a biblical term, but that was the Red Sea parting, so to speak.
Yes, it was. Yeah, there was a lot of space there, and Trent found daylight, and nobody was going to catch him. I was worried we might trip over our own feet or trip over one of our own players'
We
feet.
had three guys out in front of Trent and one defender from St. Mary's, and we all kind of came together, and Trent pulled a shortstop move and kind of short-hopped that thing and got around everybody. And so,
Nice response by CSP after giving up the touchdown.
So now we're going to have Bryce Hinsdale on the point after attempt, and that's going to be an offside penalty on the St. Mary's team. They're going to jump a little early, it looks like. So now he's changed gears. The stats say when you're from the 2, you kick it, but when you're from the 1, you run it. So now we're going to change gears, and I think we're going to try for a 2-point conversion here.
I think we are. And
Curtis Olson out on the field, looking over to Coach Harper to get the play call, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try a 2-point conversion here, see if we can't stick 8 points on them after that long kickoff return. So we've got wide left, loaded backfield here. Curtis Olson underneath the center, and this looks like the heavy operation. And it's going to be Gabe Roth trying to get around the end, and it's going to be a nice tackle by number 21 for St. Mary's, Alex Ellison. And that's going to stop the CSP extra point attempt short of the goal line. So it's going to be 13 CSP, 7 St. Mary's. 5:06 left here in the first quarter with a pretty fast-paced scoring affair here.
Yeah, yep. And what we want to do now is we want to make sure we just learn from what happened to St. Mary's and not allow it to happen to us. So we want to make sure we stay in our lanes and make sure we wrap up and tackle. And at least if they're going to score, let's make them earn it by driving down the field.
Support for the Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering. Mosier's installs carpeting, vinyl, and laminate flooring, as well as tile. Mosier's, Main Street, Clymer, New York. Crouch's Garage, 2 East Main Street in Panama, underwrites the Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football on Channel 98.9. Crouch's offers automotive service, state inspection, and used cars too. We thank Crouch's Garage for their support. So now the CSP Wolfpack looking to have the kickoff team here again. Bryce is getting a lot of work out here, and everybody looks like they're ready to go. And Bryce is going to attempt the kickoff here. It's another nice kick deep. This is going to be back to Christian, their big running back, and he makes his way up the right-hand side, and he's going to have a nice run. He's going to get tackled. Bryce Hinsdale and Kyle Ryan actually on the tackle. Made his way out to about the 45-yard line before he got hit, though.
Yeah, nice run back, and good starting field position for St. Mary's here on their third offensive possession.
Excuse me, that was Marcus Johnson. He's their other running back and also middle linebacker. He's one of their better defenders. And he just kind of put his head down and went with it. 85. So we're going to get a look at St. Mary's offense again. They're going to scrimmage from about the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback in the shotgun, and similar formation to what we've seen here. He's going to take it and give it to the big running back out of the backfield, and he's going to be held at the line of scrimmage. Host of CSP tacklers there, led by Ashton Munson, Trayvon Copta back there, Hayden Heiser, pretty much the whole defensive line.
Yeah, nice job by the defensive line stuffing the hole, and then it was a really good job of gang tackling by the entire defense.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play. Stopped him at the line of scrimmage. And, man, I thought the St. Mary's, we were going to have our hands full with this line, but so far so good.
Really spreading out the defense here. Got 4 wide. What we saw on film is this ball is going to go up the middle. Yep, and there it is.
Lewis on the carry, 5-yard gain up the middle. Like Kyle said, they had him split 2 wide, 2 left. Quarterback in the shotgun and kind of isolate the running back and just kind of make some room for him up the middle. So he gets 5 yards. That's going to be 3rd down and about, well, we'll call it 4. That's because it's just not quite there, but it's almost 5 yards. So this is a big play coming up here. Just on the other half of the 50-yard line, 49-yard line, 3rd and 4. 3:40 left here in the first quarter. CSP 13, St. Mary's 7.
And you got to think this is 2-down territory for St. Mary's based on what we've seen so far.
Once again, spread offense, 2 out. Quarterback keeper, he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage. Once again, Ashton Munson in there, as well as, I believe, big Justin Massing was the first one to hit him in the backfield. And Justin having himself another nice game today.
So it's going to be about 4th and 4. It appears as though St. Mary's is going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. Well, from the looks of their punt team on that first punt, I don't blame them, I guess.
And as you can probably hear in our mics, the wind is picking up a little bit. And they would be punting into that wind.
Trips left. Now they bring one of the wide receivers across the backfield under motion. Quarterback from the shotgun is going to be a pass attempt. He's going to take the look to run. And he's going to be just on 3rd or 4th effort, just going to get enough for the 1st down. They had him stopped at the point of attack, but similar to the running back, quarterback keeps his leg moving. That's Jaden Wilson, number 5. He's a big kid too, 6'2", 185.
Yeah, really nice effort by him to get those, because he got first contact to him was probably 3 or 4 yards short of that 1st down, and he made a couple moves and kind of willed himself over that 1st down marker.
So far, so good. CSP defense holding tough against this, appearingly on paper anyway, outsized St. Mary's offense, but we're holding tough. Once again, two wide right, 1 wide left, 2 running backs, quarterback out of the shotgun, bringing somebody across the motion, and it's going to be a deep handoff, and the quarterback hands off to the running back, who's going to be stopped. 2-yard loss on the play. Micah Willink in the backfield, along with Trayvon Copta.
Yeah, nice job by Hayden Heiser. Hayden Heiser made first contact there, and although he didn't end up bringing him to the ground, he slowed him up, and while at the same time Trayvon and Micah also had good penetration. So really nice job by that front 4, front 5 defensive line.
And Hayden has been in the backfield multiple times today, and I think maybe there was a little inspirational pep talks this week in the practice sessions. We got manhandled a little bit last week against Randolph. So, all right, 2 wide, 2 left, 1 running back, quarterback out of the shotgun again. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback getting ready to accept it. Clean snap, looking to throw deep. And that's going to be a defended pass. And that's going to be, I believe, Dylan Michael back playing from his free safety position, and he defended that pass. That was actually going to drop right in to the offensive player from St. Mary's hands, and Dylan did a nice job of coming in and breaking that up.
Yep, nice job. He read the play. Quarterback looked left the entire time, and Dylan read that and made a nice play over there to knock it down, and will bring up 3rd and 11. Wouldn't be shocked if, again, 2-down territory here, so this could be
3rd and 11 from the 46.
Absolutely be a running play. And to Brian, your point, that running back is really deep in the back.
He's 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Once again, a handoff to the running back from his deep position, and he's going to go off the left tackle, and he's going to have about 7 or 8 yards, which is going to be about 3 yards short of the first down marker.
And maybe they do that, Brian, so that he can get a bit of a running start and makes him less, makes it less or more difficult to tackle, and allows him maybe a little bit better vision as he's trying to pick out that hole.
So apparently what I was looking at wasn't the offensive ball carrier. It must have been somebody else, because they got the ball spotted right at the first down marker, and they're going to call him about 6 inches short of the first down. So that's a lot closer than what I thought it was. But that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 inches from about the 36-yard line or so. And we'll see what St. Mary's is going to do here. I think we have an official's timeout on the field possibly for water. Nope. They're just trying to grab some water in between plays here. So it is a warm day here. I got a long sleeve T-shirt on. Shame on me. It's got to be 75 degrees out here. It's just an absolutely gorgeous day.
Yep. So it's going to be 4th and really short, and I would imagine this is going to be, they have not. The quarterback's not lined up under center. You typically would think play like this, you'd get under center and do a quarterback sneak. Not with these guys. Everything is in the shotgun, so they're going to stay with that.
And once again, this time it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and they're going to get him stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They got his forward progress stopped. He never did hit the ground, but the ref blew the play dead, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. That play was jailbreak from the beginning. The whole right side of the CSP defense was in the backfield.
Yeah, really nice job. And, even if you don't do it very often, you would think that you'd want to get your quarterback, who's a pretty good-sized kid, and with that offensive line, get the quarterback underneath center and sneak it and get your what was ultimately 6 inches.
6 inches. I mean, he's 6'2", 185. You just basically got to fall over the center, and you got your first down. But hey, that's their loss.
Yeah,
so
we'll take it.
We'll take it. CSP 1st and 10, going right to left. 1:06 left here in the first quarter. 13-7. CSP with the lead. Curtis Olson is under center. It's going to bring Gabe Roth across the backfield. We got trips left. And now we're going to send Bryce across the backfield, and it's going to be a counter play up the middle, and big yardage there for Trent Burchanowski, I believe that is. No, excuse me, that's Gabe Roth. Counter play up the middle. I don't think I'd seen that play this year, Kyle.
Nice job. That was a staple play. The 2 years that they won state title, you saw John Schwabik run that, and then you'd give it to Ramsey. Brendan Ramsey, and he'd squirt up through there, and so it's good to see that back in the playbook.
Yeah. So we got 1st and 10, trips left for the CSP offense. Curtis from the shotgun looking to pass. It's going to be a little bubble screen off to the left. Bryce Hinsdale with the completion, and he's going to be tackled by Trevor Sheehan at about the 45-yard line of St. Mary's. 38 seconds on the running clock here, so it's going to be about 2nd and 5.
Had some space there. Bryce lost a little bit of his footing, broke the first tackle, and then got tripped up. So, but nice 4 or 5 yard gain on first down there.
Curtis under center. It's going to be a sweep to the right. Trent Burchanowski making his way around the end, and he's got some daylight on the other side of the field there. Met by the outside linebacker. That's going to be Jack Bestpitch, and Trent made about 8 or 9 yards around the right-hand side. And that's going to be enough for another CSP first down.
Really nice job by the right side of the line and the wide receivers over there of sealing that edge and allowing Trent to get outside.
So that's going to do it for the first quarter here as the clock runs down to 0. We're going to have a first quarter score of CSP 13, St. Mary's 7. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football is provided in part by First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown. Owner Glass Tech, Robert Leonard from Panama, installs automotive glass and works with all major insurance companies. We thank First Place Auto Glass, 716-450-0847, or on Facebook. This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is supported in part by Kreger Racing. Engines and Mike's Machine in Clymer. Kreger Racing Engines provides performance machining and assembly for race teams nationwide. Best wishes to the Wolfpack from Kreger Racing Engines. This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is being made possible with funding from Leisure Time Power Sports of Corry. For over 50 years, Leisure Time has offered motorcycles, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, snowmobiles, and agricultural equipment. We thank Leisure Time Power Sports in Corry and Bradford for their support. And UTEG's Body Shop in Corry is helping to bring you this production of CSP Football on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream, along with collision repair and refinishing. UTEG's offers frame straightening services at their shop at 633 East Main Street in Corry. Thank you, UTEG's Body Shop. All right, as we turn the clock to the second period here, Kyle, we switch ends, so now the CSP is going to be driving into this kind of, not a heavy wind by any stretch, it kind of comes and goes, but now we're going to be into it, and going from left to right. Still sunny and warm out here, and we're going to have CSP right to the line of scrimmage. We got two wide receivers left. Curtis is going to be under center, two running backs. And it's going to be a handoff to Gabe Roth up the middle, and that's going to be some pretty tough sledding right there. Number 50 came in from his outside or defensive line position, Jamari Coleman, and met Gabe at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to be looking at second and 11.
Number 50 is their big defensive lineman. They'll move him around. He was in the middle that time. They'll move him out to the end, but he is a really strong athlete. Yep. He's one of the kids, Brian, that came from Cleveland Hill. But a really nice player, and he made a great play there.
So Curtis is under center again, looking over the defense, and it's going to be a rollout to the left, and he's going to be chased by that number 50 again, and he's going to throw it in the vicinity of, looks like Lucas Lysandro is over there. We're probably a little lucky we didn't get a grounding call on that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it was number 50 again, putting the pressure on Curtis, coming right up the middle. So he's somebody that we've got to account for, and particularly on if we're gonna run or throw the football, he will get penetration. And
I know that's the wide side of the field, but man, that's a tough throw for the right-handed quarterback to roll left and then try and throw back across. So
it's probably one of the toughest throws for a quarterback.
Curtis from the shotgun, a little bubble screen off to the left here. Bryce Hinsdale's got some daylight over there, and Bryce makes his way up through the middle of the defense, and we're going to have a 8-yard gain, but we also got some yellow hanky on the field, and that's going to be offensive holding on the CSP team.
Yeah, it was a nice play, and it would have set us up in fourth and manageable, really, at the end of the day, when you're 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 12, really, and on the opposing team side of the 50, what we really want to do is get so that we have a manageable fourth down.
Yep.
And so now this is going to push us back a little, it's going to push us back 10 yards. Now it makes it very difficult. It's not a down and distance that is friendly to most offenses, and because I think we're
you're about 3rd and 20 here. It looks like almost 21 actually, and CSP offense right on the line of scrimmage, trips right. Curtis from the shotgun, so it looks like potentially going to be a running or a pass play here. He drops back, a little center screen. And that's going to be Lucas Lysandro trying to make his way up through the middle of the St. Mary's defense, and he's met by a couple linebackers at about the 45-yard line. And Coach Ty Harper's yelling punt.
Yeah, and if you watch football on Saturday afternoons at college level or Sundays NFL level, you will see teams that when it is 3rd and long, the staple play is the screen.
Yep.
And so we tried to run it there with no success or minimal success. So it's going to set us up for in our punt formation, and
as the wind pops up here a little bit more.
If Bryce can pin them deep in their own end.
CSP trying to draw the St. Mary's team off on defense. Bryce receives it. Good snap. Excellent punt. Number 3 for them, Jack Bestpitch, is going to look for it, and it's going to be down by Michael Willink at about the 20-yard line as the ball kind of takes a St. Mary's bounce back toward the opposite way that we were hoping for. But anyway, that's not a bad punt. We're going to start them down inside the 20-yard line, so that's good.
10-12 here remaining in the second quarter, 13-7 CSP with the lead. I was gonna tell you earlier, Brian, as we started the second quarter, it's really what we want. We for CSP, we want much of the same.
Yeah.
What we saw in the first quarter, really strong defense, ball control, offense, sprinkle a pass in here or there. But this will be important to defensively to start strong here in the second quarter.
So their quarterback once again from the shotgun position, and once again they are spreading the field out, two right, two left, one running back in the backfield that's about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Quarterback ready to accept it. He's going to look to pass, and nothing's open. He's going to scramble to the right, and that's going to be an incompletion. He was looking for number 3, Jack Pest pitch off to the right-hand side there. That was his second or maybe even possibly his third target. Falls incomplete, so it's going to be second down and 10 from about the 16.
His main target, Brian, which was here on the left-hand side, right-hand side of the defense, left-hand side of the offense, he looked there originally. That guy didn't even look like he
was ready to receive it.
No, he was jogging out there. I don't know if he thought the ball was going to the other side of the field or what, but it led him to scramble. Good pressure there by Trent and resulted in an incomplete pass.
Once again, this time they go two right, two running backs, one on the left-hand side. Quarterback once again from the shotgun position. Power to the left side of the offense, and they're going to run a little counter up the middle, and that's going to be Christian Lewis for about a 4-yard gain off the right-hand side. Little misdirection play there by the offense. Looks like a page out of the CSP playbook.
Yeah, nice hole, and he's running downhill. And again, much like the Hind kid from last week, this kid runs downhill, so you will always see him falling forward, getting that extra half to a yard at the end of each run.
Kind of a power eye look here for St. Mary's. They got 3 running backs in the backfield, kind of hopping all over the place back there. Quarterback's going to give it to running back number 2 around the end, and he's going to get shirt tackled basically. Christian Lewis around the right-hand side, and looks like Micah got a finger. And
Micah and Justin Massing and Lucas Sandro looks like we're on that tackle. Really nice pursuit by Lucas Sandro from his middle linebacker spot, and a great job by Micah containing the end. And the original guy got him by the shirt and just kind of held on. So
that's what I saw, was shirt coming out of the nowhere, about 3-foot stretch on that thing. So it looks like St. Mary's going to call a timeout here, try and figure out what play on 4th and 4 they're going to call from about their, what am I going to call it, the 25-yard line?
25, yeah. And in a normal environment, Brian, I think this is first of all, you just wasted a timeout to talk about whether you want to punt it or not. But in a normal environment, this would be, send your punting team out and live to see another day. But I think the coaching staff for St. Mary's is a little bit skittish about maybe their punting game, and thinks that leaving the offense out on the field to try to get 4 yards might be a better option.
So this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of the Wolfpack is brought to you in part by Pat Finnerty at Finn's Auto Sales on the Niobe Road in Panama. Finn specializes in Subaru service and offers used cars as well. Home of 1J Racing, we thank Finn's Auto for their support. Joel Cook and the team at Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales supports this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream broadcast. Offering pre-owned cars and trucks in New York and Pennsylvania, Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales is on Route 6 in Corry or online at corrycars.com. Go Wolfpack from Corry Pre-Owned Auto. As the St. Mary's team takes the field, it looks like they're coming out in punt formation, Kyle. And we send Trent Burchanowski and Bryce Hinsdale back to receive it. And the punter does have the wind at his favor this time. We'll see if he can produce any better results.
This looks like a different punter, Brian. So
maybe going to have a fumble. Fumbled snap. He gets it away, and actually he's got a nice punt out of it. And it's going to take a neutral bounce, going to bounce straight in the air, but he made a little something out of nothing there because that ball was on the ground. Not a good exchange. Good snap, but the punter actually fumbled that trying to figure out where the strings were at, I think.
Yeah, really nice job by that kid.
He did.
Because he had a bunch of CSP guys barreling down on him, and he got it off and actually got a pretty good punt. And so CSP starts here 1st and 10, 8:38 remaining in the second quarter, 13-7 CSP starting right at midfield.
I thought if that was number 5, that was their quarterback.
Number 12.
Okay, number 12. Okay, my bad. So CSP right to the line of scrimmage off the punt return, and Curtis Olson under center. We got 2 right, 1 left, 2 in the backfield. Curtis is under center. Is going to motion Trent Burchanowski across the backfield. It's going to be a little run or wide receiver handoff, basically, to Bryce Hinsdale coming across the back of the formation. Defended pretty well by the St. Mary's team, and that's going to be a loss of about 4 yards.
The play just felt like it took a little bit too long to develop, and
that might work against some teams. I don't know if St. Mary's is the one, but anyway.
We had not seen that play run all year either.
2nd and 14, Curtis out of the shotgun now, and he's looking to throw. He's backing up, got a good quarterback exchange, and it's going to be incomplete to number 10. That's going to be Cooper Brown coming across the middle. He was hit real high by the St. Mary's defender, kind of up around the neck area. Everybody gets up off the field okay, but that was a big hit.
Yeah, Curtis had a little extra juice on that ball.
He only threw it 10 yards. Didn't have to throw it. That wasn't throwing it across the mound, Curtis. That was a second baseman to first baseman throw. Anyway, Curtis once again from the shotgun. 3 left. Going to be a good exchange. Curtis back to his right. And that's going to be a pass blocked down by big number 50, their defensive lineman. And once again making his presence felt, that's Jamari Coleman.
He's had a good couple series here back-to-back from a defensive standpoint for number 50. So it looks like CSP is going to punt this ball. And
we not only didn't get many yards on that particular drive, we didn't waste much time either. 7:54 left on 3 incompletions. 13-7 CSP over St. Mary's. Bryce Hinsdale back to punt, standing on about his 32-yard line, kicking into a light wind. Bringing Trent Burchanowski across the field under motion. Good snap, punts away, good punt. Going to be fielded, or actually he's not going to field. He's going to let it drop, and it's going to take a pretty good CSP bounce. Once again, that's going to be kind of pinning them inside the 20. So mission accomplished.
1st and 10 Lancers. 7:42 to go in the second quarter. 13-7.
all right, it'll be a good time for our defense to continue to play tough here. Outside of the big run by Christian Lewis for St. Mary's, we've held them in pretty well in check.
Sure have.
And
I was a little worried about their quarterback. He got a pretty good amount of yardage on the stat sheet from this prior games, but he hasn't really hurt us too much yet.
No, not yet.
So St. Mary's makes their way to the line of scrimmage. Once again, it looks like this one's a little more of a tight formation. They're not spreading us out like they have in the prior possessions. Everybody's in pretty much on the line of scrimmage. Kind of a power look here. Going to be a pitch, and it's going to be a CSP tackle in the backfield. And that's going to be Bryce Hinsdale coming in from his defensive back position, cornerback, and makes the play at the point of attack. 3-yard loss on that. Nice play there, Bryce. Once again, they didn't split everybody out like they had been, so that allowed our defenders to kind of hug the line of scrimmage a little bit, and that play really didn't have much chance.
Yeah, and they actually didn't even have a receiver out on Bryce's side, which is odd. With you're going to run that direction with no really leaving Bryce unblocked. So good tackle
Coaching
over
staff
there.
picked up on that. Now they're spread out again. So now they're bringing a wide receiver across the field under motion. Going to be handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Christian Lewis for a gain of about 2, back to about the original line of scrimmage. So we're going to be looking at about 3rd and 10 here from about the 15-yard line. 6:42 left here in the second quarter. CSP 13, St. Mary's 7. CSP defense doing a heck of a job on these guys, Kyle.
Yeah, they are. They're really front line is holding up strong and really not allowing those offensive linemen to get to the linebackers, which is allowing the linebackers to run pretty freely, and again, not missing tackles, which is very important.
So once again, they do spread us out a little bit here. He's looking to pass this time, and now he's actually looking to keep it, and that's going to should be an intentional grounding call. Or are they going to put him down?
Nobody's wanting to blow the whistle, and there seemed to be some confusion. To me, it's either he was down or an incomplete pass with a intentional grounding. They didn't have a guy anywhere near the ball.
So the quarterback was back. He had 3 wide receivers in the route, and everybody was covered really, really well. So he decided to try and tuck it and run it, and he got pressure before he got out of the pocket. And just on his way down, he did fire it up the middle. But I didn't see a St. Mary's receiver anywhere near that thing. But anyway, 4th down 11, CSP back to receive the punt from St. Mary's, and it's going to be an end-over-end punt. Trent Burchanowski is going to field it, and he's going to be around the right-hand side. He's got a lot of daylight around that end over there. That's going to be a CSP touchdown. Trent Burchanowski with a 40-yard punt return.
Great job by Trent. Great job swarming that line over here on the right-hand side. And, I don't even know, Brian, if he was touched.
He did not get touched, and I saw a St. Mary's player just come flying out of the pack on his back. I thought for sure we were going to get a block in the back call, but the ref was standing right there, and apparently the block was legal, but whoever hit that kid really just knocked the teeth right out of him. That was a heck of a block. It kind of sprung Trent around the end.
And that punt had a couple characteristics that are favorable to the receiving team. Number one, it was low line drive, and number 2 was a kind of short, so allowed Trent to come up. So when Trent caught it, he was already running.
Yep. Curtis from the shotgun looking for the 2-point conversion here, and that's going to be a pass defended off the right-hand side, and that was intended for Bryce Hinsdale, and number 21 for St. Mary's Alex Ellison with the pass defended. So it's going to be a 19-7 CSP Wolfpack lead with 5:57 left here in the second quarter.
We got 12 points in this first half off of special teams, and we're a tough team to beat to begin with. You allow our special teams to put 12 points up on the board. It makes it even more difficult from a St. Mary's standpoint to try to defend this team.
So this Wolfpack football broadcast is being underwritten in part by Necker's Company General Store. For over 100 years, Necker's Company has served Clymer with groceries, meats, deli, footwear, and gift items. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support. Corry Chevrolet in Deuink is providing partial funding for the Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream. Corry Chevrolet is located at the Y in Columbus and online at corrychevy.com. Fat Mon's Grub in Corry is an underwriter of this Wolfpack football broadcast. Fat Mon's menu includes pizzas, subs, salads, and dinners. Take out or eat in. 814-964-3158. As Bryce Hinsdale gets ready to kick off, puts his big left foot into it. The little shorter kickoff this time into that wind. It's going to be fielded on the fly by St. Mary's number 3, and he's going to be hit for basically about a 4-yard run back on that play, and that was Jack Best's pitch.
Great job by the return team, or the kickoff team, staying in their lanes. He wanted to kind of come up the middle and take it outside. We had guys waiting for him.
Cooper Brown, I believe, was the one that kind of turned him back around the other way, and by the time you do that on a kick return, that usually spells trouble because the other guys are filling the lanes.
So we're going to start here, 5:24 remaining in the second quarter, 19-7 CSP. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the
about the 24-yard line or so.
That looks about right.
We're in the air here, Sherman, but we're not in the air as much as we've been a few other places, so a little tougher to see, but we appreciate the Sherman School setting us up here. Run up the middle, at least attempt to run up the middle, and that's bottled up. And that's going to be Micah Willink in on the backfield along with Justin Massing from their left side of the defensive.
Want to welcome Tom Rapisi from Prep Star here today, doing a little scouting. But really nice play from Lucas Lysandro. Lucas was in there early, didn't necessarily get the tackle, but he made Lewis change direction, which got his feet stopped.
Yep.
Anytime we can stop his feet, then that's going to be a win for CSP.
A little more of a power. Well, actually, no, they got 4 wide again. Looking to the right side. Pass defended and almost picked off. That was tipped at the air by Micah Willink. Got his hand in the air. Bryce Hinsdale had that thing lined up, and it just kind of took a weird spin off from that thing, and it's going to go as a pass defended.
Yeah, got tipped twice. Micah tipped it first, and had it not tipped the second time, it more than likely would have been CSP ball because Bryce was waiting for it, and then I think a St. Mary's
kid, I think,
tipped it.
Yep, I think you're right. Micah got it, and then the St. Mary's kid got his hand up there and tipped it again.
So it's going to be 3rd and 13 here. Would suspect another pass play here from St. Mary's. This will be a nice, good stop here for CSP if we're able to get it.
1 left, 1 right, full backfield. Quarterback once again under center or in the shotgun, looking to throw it, and that's going to be caught, but it's going to be dropped. That's going to be Jack Bestpitch, senior wide receiver, and that was hits him right between right in the middle of his chest, and just got to the football pads, I think, and bounced off harmlessly. So
that would be one that he would. And I know that I've watched. I know a little bit about that kid, and he's a reliable receiver. So that's a little bit abnormal for him. I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Yep. So St. Mary's in punt formation again. Trent Burchanowski, Bryce Hinsdale back for the CSP team. We'll see what this punt looks like. Much better punt this time. It's going to send Bryce Hinsdale on a sprint backwards, and it takes a huge St. Mary's bounce. Bryce just gets away from it, but, man, that's going to be about a 70-yard punt. That thing's going to end up on about the 14-yard line. That thing was off his leg real good, and then it hit, and it just took off like it was bouncing on AstroTurf, not natural grass.
That was a great punt.
Great punt.
Probably had 20 to 25 yards of roll on it.
Yeah.
And
it was a good punt to begin with.
Yes.
It was over everybody's head, but then when it hit, it just really just took off. So anyway, 4:19 left here in the second quarter, 19-7 CSP. They're going to be starting their offensive series from about the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Referee blows the call and play. CSP to the line. Curtis Olson under center. 2 right, 2 left, 1 in the backfield. Going to bring Bryce across the field under motion. It's going to be a counter play, and that's going to be Gabe Roth with some big room off the left-hand side. That's going to be about a 12-yard gain off the left tackle.
And in the scouting report for Coach Harper this week, he had commented that he thought that play, because of how wide they play their tackles, that Coach Harper thought that could be a play that worked. And that's the second time they run it, and I think we're getting probably average of 10 yards a chunk when we run that play.
So now we're 1st and 10 from about the 26 or 27-yard line, let's call it. So that was about an 11-yard gain, and that's going to be a sweeper on the right-hand side. Gabe running to the right this time, gotten a good block out front, and Gabe makes his way past everybody. Actually, that's Trent Burchanowski, not Gabe. I'm sorry. Trent Burchanowski with another big run up the right-hand side. Trent has got to have about 150 yards of total offense this half. Big kickoff return, a punt return, and now about a 40-yard gain up the right-hand side.
Yeah, great run by Trent. A little dangerous of a play at the end there. I thought he got horse-collared, but really nice run. Again, great job by the ends and the wide receivers and the right-hand side of that offensive line to seal that corner to allow Trent to get out there. And
big key was the offensive wide receivers blocking downfield on that. Made a lot of room. So now we got 2 left, 2 in the backfield. Curtis under center. Going to be another sweep. Gabe Roth this time around the left-hand side, getting a good block around the end over there. Cooper Brown with a key block got Gabe around the corner, and that's going to be close to another first down. These sweep plays, both left and right, Kyle, seem to be the answer right at the moment.
Yeah, if we can get a couple of these sweep plays. Looks like St. Mary's going to call a timeout and want to regroup here, but we can get these sweep plays going. That little counter right back up the middle is going to be even more even more open. So good mix here by Coach Harper.
Man, a little bit of everything. Left sweep, right sweep, up the middle, some passing. Allegheny Power Equipment, Route 426 east of Corry, is an underwriter of this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream. Allegheny Power Equipment has worked with the small engine industry with parts and service for decades. 814-664-9291. Channel 98.9 thanks Allegheny Power Equipment for their support. This Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is being supported in part by Woods Auto Parts, Napa, and Woods Power Sports in Sherman. Along with auto parts for most vehicles, Woods offers parts and service for off-road, ATV, and motorcycles. Channel 98.9 thanks Woods, Napa, and Power Sports for their support. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit sports stream has been provided by Lictus Oil and Propane, Lictus Auto Service Center, and Climber Hardware and Home Center. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane, Lictus Auto Service, and Climber Hardware and Home Center for their support.
So we've got about 2nd and 4 here, Brian. 2:40 remaining in the quarter. In the second quarter, 19-7 CSP. I believe CSP's got all 3 of their timeouts remaining, so plenty of time here to pretty much Coach Harper can take the next 240 and really do whatever he wants from a playbook standpoint.
Curtis Olson under center this time. Going to bring Bryce Isdell across the formation. That's going to be another trap play up the middle. About a yard or so gain for Gabe Roth that time. 3rd and 1, we're going to call it, from about the 15-yard line. That one had been run successfully a few different times. That time the heart of the St. Mary's defense put a stop to Gabe after he gained about 1.
Coach Harper may be listening to us, Brian, because he went outside, and then came back with that one on the inside that didn't quite work. But I like the play mix here.
Curtis Olson under center. He's looking back. He's got a wide receiver off to the right-hand side. It's going to be Micah Willink with the touchdown. Curtis Olson to Micah Willink. About a 14-yard pass play, and they just threw it up over the shorter defender from St. Mary's. Micah went up and got it. Yeah. Great offensive play call and a great pass by Curtis.
Yep, great pass by Curtis. Great catch by Micah, and really, based on the number 4, I don't know what his height and weight are, Brian, but he was out on Micah, and Micah may have a foot and a half on that kid, and so, just throw it up.
Bryce Hinsdale back with the point after attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Everything looks good, and that's going to stick another point on the board. So with 1:59 left here in the second quarter, it's CSP 26, St. Mary's 7, and we are rolling.
Yeah, really great first half for CSP. I'm not sure Coach Harper could have scripted it up much better. We're pretty much doing what we want to do on offense. It's got a good mix of run and pass going. We're getting good yardage on first down, which is allowing him to either run or pass. What the last thing you want to do is get in third or on long second and third down, and really allows the defense to know that's what you're going to do. We haven't had that today, so we've been able to keep the playbook open, and defensively, Coach Payne is calling a great game. And outside of that one big long run by Christian Lewis, we've got them pretty well bottled up. So we got to finish the half strong here. 1:59 remaining.
Yeah, the kid they just threw over is 5'7". Micah goes about 6'3", so there's your 8-inch difference. Kick by Bryce Hinsdale into the wind. It's going to be short. Receiver for the St. Mary's team is going to catch it on the run. He's going to have a big hit right at the center part of the field. Bunch of flags come flying at the end there. CSP players flying all over the place. I don't know if they're going to get somebody on a late hit or if they're going to get somebody on a push in the back or what's going to be the call here. But we've got 3 or 4 flags down, as well as the St. Mary's player. So we're going to get a personal foul on the Wolfpack. So that's going to tack 15 yards onto the end of the run here, as the St. Mary's player on the field is going to be tended to by the coaching staff. Big hit.
Yeah, it was a big hit initially, and then as he was down, I think you had a CSP player come in late, and that's where the flag came from. And but hope this kid is okay. He's an integral part of what St. Mary's wants to do on both offense and defense. He's up walking off.
Yeah, that's Jack Bestpitch. We've called his name a few times here this afternoon already, and he's the one down on the field, but he does leave underneath his own power, kind of holding his neck just a little bit. So anyway, hope to see him back in the game here shortly.
So that return and penalty yardage really sets up St. Mary's here with nice,
pretty good field position, the best
nice
they've had pretty
drive.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line, let's call it, with the wind. Although that hasn't seemed to have been much of a factor for them. We've scored most of our points going right into this thing, and they have not utilized their pass plays much at all here. So 1st and 10, 1:53 left, 26-7 CSP lead over the St. Mary's Lancers. St. Mary's, like they've been doing, they got 2 right, 1 left. Power eye, about 8 yards in the backfield. Quarterback from the shotgun position, and it's going to be a pass to the right-hand side. And it's going to be complete up the right-hand side, and it's going to be for about 3 yards or so between the out of bounds and the tackle. So that's going to stop the play clock, actually. Minute 46 left here in the second quarter. Trayvon Kopta with some pretty heavy pressure on the quarterback there. As soon as he let go of it, Trayvon put a big hit on him.
Good pursuit by the defense there. There was some space out there, but we closed the gap quickly and sets up a 2nd long here.
This time they got trips left. Quarterback once again from the shotgun. Takes the snap a little low, hands it off to the running back up the middle. Going to be tackled, I believe, by Micah Willink. More got in his way than he did try and tackle. I mean, Micah was on the ground. He basically tripped over him.
Really nice tackle by Micah. It's all you got to do is just get in his way, and got low and got him to the ground.
Running clock, minute and a half left. 3rd down and 3 from about the 45-yard line. Quarterback looking to pass. He's getting chased around in the pocket, and multiple CSP defenders in there, and he's going to be tackled, but not before he gains about a yard. But it's going to be 4th down. The whole defensive line, including Hayden Battaglia, Munson, Heiser, Massing, all in on the play there.
It's going to be 4th and 2. Really nice job by the CSP secondary there. The quarterback had a little bit of time to throw and did not have any open receivers, and then he had to bail, and that's when he kind of started to scramble. And actually, kid did a nice job of getting a couple a yard or two.
So St. Mary's actually was trying to run that play clock down, Kyle. They're out of timeouts, and they got it down to 36.7 before Coach Harper realized what was going on and called a timeout of his own, because it's going to be 4th down and about 2 from a 45-yard line of the CSP Wolfpack defense. And we stop him here. You never know.
Yeah, I thought Coach Harper might call a timeout as soon as we stopped him short.
Yep.
Because what we would want to do here is we want to either force them to run another play and hopefully stop them on 4th down, or force them to punt. And sending our special teams unit out today, it almost feels like sending the offense out. And we'll see what St. Mary's does here. I would imagine they're going to go for this, but if we can get a stop, we got a couple timeouts left. We'll see what we can muster up.
So the CSP defense makes their way back onto the field. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and St. Mary's looks to have 2 left, 2 right. Quarterback and the running back both about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, and referee has blown the ball in play, and it's going to be a pass play, and he's looking, a deep pass down the middle, and that's going to be overthrown by at least 10 yards to Bestpitch, who's now back in the game. So that's just what the CSP Wolfpack needed. Turn the ball over on downs. Clock stops on the transfer of possession. 31.8 seconds left, and we're in business from about the 45-yard line.
Good coverage there by Bryce Hinsdale on Bestpitch. Now, 31.8 seconds left. I think in Coach Harper's eyes, I think you get a play here. You see what you get on 1st down. If you get some yardage on 1st down that's kind of chunk yardage, then maybe you keep going. If you run a play and it kind of gets bottled up, then maybe you go to the half. I think this first down play will dictate how aggressive Coach Harper wants to be here to end the half.
Wide left, wide right, Curtis Olson. That's going to be a hold over here on the offense, or the defense, excuse me. That's going to be caught by Gabe Roth, but that's going to be an obvious hold on Micah Willink by the defender. They made no bones about it. So that's going to be a 10-yard advancement from the spot of the foul, I believe, on these holding calls at the high school level. So that should give CSP Wolfpack a first down. Micah was a defender or a blocker on that play and took two guys out, but they held him in the process.
Yeah. What's going to be curious here, Brian, is Bryce is our field goal kicker, and it'll be curious to see. Obviously, we'd love to score here, but if we can get into some sort of field goal range, which for Bryce is probably roughly 30 yards. He's consistent from 30, inconsistent from 35, and I've witnessed that firsthand. So, but that's an option here that maybe in the past we haven't had. But ideally, let's go. Let's see if we can get another 6 points here before the end of the half.
So as we send the play in, Gabe Roth comes off. Lucas Losandro goes in for the CSP offense. So that, to me, indicates pass play. Going to send trips left, one to the right, and Lucas Losandro in at the running back spot. Curtis Olson from the shotgun. 35-yard line, 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Referees blow the ball in play. Curtis looking real deep. Got Micah over on the left-hand side, and that's going to be defended by 3 St. Mary's defenders against Micah over there, and that was really well defended by St. Mary's.
We tried that little bubble screen. We faked the bubble screen, so we've run that bubble screen twice. The play off of that bubble screen is a fake to it, and one of those blockers going long, and that's what we ran there, and St. Mary's really defended it nicely.
This time Curtis under center, kind of tighter formation. We're going to bring Gabe Roth across the formation under motion. He stops right at the offensive tackle position. Now we're going to bring Bryce back across the other side. And it's going to be a counter play to Gabe Roth up the middle, and that's going to be for about a 3-yard gain. And I got to think Coach Harper is probably thinking that one is probably going to be a good for the first half. Gabe comes up a little gimpy. That ankle that he hurt the first week is continuing to give him some problems once in a while. But as the clock ticks down to 0, we got a 26-7 CSP over St. Mary's lead here at the half in Sherman, New York. And Kyle, I got to think Coach Harper has got to be just tickled with everything that's going on here.
Yeah, he's got to be really happy. It was a great half of football by both sides, by really all 3 phases of the football team: offense, defense, and special teams. 26-7 CSP. Of those 26 points, 12 of them came on special teams, and so he's got to be really happy with all 3 phases of his football team. Really rebounding nicely after a tough week last week where Randolph punched him in the mouth a little bit, and so we'll see what I'm sure St. Mary's will have halftime adjustments, and CSP will as well, and we'll see what comes of the second half.
Dale and Cindy Appleby at Appleby Motorsports are supporters of the Wolfpack and the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Appleby Motorsports, located in North Clymer, offers racing accessories and chassis setup for race teams in the region. We thank Appleby Motorsports for their support. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices in Panama and Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. Online at jedwardsinsurance.com. And for those of you who don't know, it's a homecoming weekend actually this weekend, and we're going to broadcast the homecoming court as they're announced, as they make their way toward the center of the field here from the 3 schools. They had a bonfire here in Sherman last night, and a little parade around town, and a gorgeous evening for it, and man, it was really well attended. So thanks for everybody for coming out last night and supporting the CSP homecoming.
Yeah, and how they've done it, if you're an alumni of Clymer, Sherman, or Panama, maybe when you went to school, there was a representative from each of the high school classes. So you'd have a king and queen, a prince and princess, and then you'd have representatives from both the sophomore and freshman classes. As the CSP came together, they eliminated the sophomore and freshman representatives, and we have a king and queen and a prince and princess for each school. Yep.
Homecoming. First, the Clymer Central Schools 2021 homecoming court.
So the 2021 homecoming court, starting with the Clymer School.
Hannah Wood, escorted by Prince Austin White, and Bella Evans, escorted by Trent Burchanowski. Members of the senior court, Queen Michaela Einig, escorted by Micah Willink.
Michaela Einig is the Clymer Queen, and Micah Willink is the Clymer King. Micah taking after his father, for sure.
Yeah, something like that. Hayden Heiser and Carly Honey, the senior class representatives for Clymer.
Members of the junior homecoming court include
I didn't get it in there, but Trent Burchanowski, McKenna Woods, and Austin White were the junior class representatives for Clymer.
And the for Panama, the prince is Lucas Lissandro, and princess is Mandy Brink.
Lily Odell, escorted by Gabe Roth.
Gabe Roth and Lizzie Odell from Panama, junior class representatives.
Escorted by Drake DiDomenico.
Drake DiDomenico.
Members of the Panama Senior Homecoming Court include Queen Maddie Lissandro.
Panama
Escorted by
Queen
King Kyle
Abby
Ryan.
Lissandro, or Maddie Lissandro, sorry.
Abby may have been as well, but
Yeah.
By Cooper Brown.
this one is Maddie, along with
Meadow Meredith,
Kyle Ryan.
escorted by Landon Moore.
He's taken after his father, Stephen Ryan.
And Eleanor Chicana, escorted by Ashton Munson.
Ashton Munson, another Panama player. I didn't catch the escort.
And now the Sherman Central Schools 2021
Cooper
homecoming
Brown
court.
out there.
Members of the junior
Yeah, Cooper
homecoming
Brown
court,
and Tiara Rhodes.
Camden Trask, escorted by King Brendan Phelps.
And you've got Ashton Munson and
Hayden Fisher,
I believe it's
escorted
Meredith
by Clayton
Meadows,
Hayes.
but I'm not positive on that.
We didn't do a good job getting the names before we did this.
Paige
We're trying to
Russell,
listen at the same time we're
escorted
telling
by
you.
Keegan Ayers. And members of the senior homecoming court.
Sherman represented by Trenton Phelps.
Escorted by King Gerald Garrett.
Gerald Karras, king of the Sherman
And
homecoming.
The representatives are McKenna Coleman and Caitlin Lindsay, escorted by Chris E.
McKenna Tallman.
Congratulations, all members of the 2021 CSP Homecoming Court.
Congratulations to all of the representatives and kings and queens from every school. All right, we're going to break and run to the halftime show, folks.
Auto Sales, Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant, Finn's Auto Sales, Appleby Motorsports, J. Edwards Insurance, Necker's Company General Store, Crotty Chevrolet and Buick, Fat Mon's Grub, Allegheny Power Equipment, Woods Auto Parts Napa and Woods Power Sports, and the Corry Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned, the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up shortly.
Support for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided in part by Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering in Clymer, Mosier's installs carpeting, vinyl, and laminate flooring, as well as tile. Channel 98.9 thanks Mosier's, Main Street, and Clymer for their support. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football is provided in part by First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown. The owner of Glass Tech, Robert Leonard from Panama, installs automotive glass and works with all major insurance companies. We thank First Place Auto Glass for their support. Contact them at 716-450-0847 or on Facebook.
This Wolfpack broadcast is being underwritten in part by Necker's Company General Store. For over 100 years, Necker's Company has served Clymer with groceries, meats, deli, footwear, and gift items. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support.
This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is supported in part by Krager Racing Engines and Mike's Machine in Clymer. Krager Racing Engines provides performance machining and assembly for race teams nationwide. Best wishes to the Wolfpack from Krager Racing Engines. Crouch's Garage, 2 East Main Street in Panama, underwrites this Corry Federal Credit Union broadcast of CSP football on Channel 98.9. Crouch's offers automotive service, state inspection, and used cars, too. Channel 98.9 thanks Crouch's Garage in Panama for their support.
Fat Mon's Grub in Corry is an underwriter of this Wolfpack broadcast. Fat Mon's menu includes pizzas, subs, salads, and dinners. Take out or eat in. 814-964-3158. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Fat Mon's Grub for their support.
Underwriting for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream coverage of CSP football is also provided by Triple E Manufacturing. Triple E Manufacturing offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Triple E Manufacturing of Sherman online at tripleemanufacturing.com.
We're always here for you. At Corry Federal Credit Union, we are your member-owned local financial institution with your best interest always in mind. Banking might look a little different these days, but how we serve our members and care about our community remains unchanged. Stop by any of our convenient locations to experience the credit union difference at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartansburg, or always online at www.corryfcu.org. Become a member with us in 2021 to enjoy all the benefits a credit union has to offer. All you need to do is live, work, worship, volunteer, or go to school within 25 miles of the city of Corry, and $5 to establish your account. That's it. Start feeling like you belong. Become a member at Corry Federal Credit Union, your credit union. CFCU, federally insured by NCUA.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream at channel989.org. This broadcast is brought to you by Lictus Oil and Propane, Triple E Manufacturing, Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering, Crouch's Garage, First Place Auto Glass, Krager Racing Engines, and Mike's Machine, Leisure Time Power Sports of Corry, UTAG's Body Shop, Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales, Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant, Finn's Auto Sales, Appleby Motorsports, J. Edwards Insurance, Necker's Company General Store, Crotty Chevrolet and Buick, Fat Mon's Grub, Allegheny Power Equipment, Woods Auto Parts Napa and Woods Power Sports, and the Corry Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned, the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up shortly.
This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is being made possible with funding from Leisure Time Power Sports of Corry. For over 50 years, Leisure Time has offered motorcycles, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, snowmobiles, and agricultural equipment. We thank Leisure Time Power Sports in Corry and Bradford for their support.
Dale and Cindy Appleby at Appleby Motorsports are supporters of the Wolfpack and the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Appleby Motorsports, located in North Clymer, offers racing accessories and chassis setup for race teams in the region. We thank Appleby Motorsports for their support.
UTAG's Body Shop in Corry is helping to bring you this production of CSP football on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Along with collision repair and refinishing, UTAGS offers frame straightening services. Located at 633 East Smith Street in Corry, UTAGS Body Shop.
This Wolfpack broadcast on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and by Becky's Bakery, 104 East Main Street in Sherman, featuring Amish-style baked goods, 716-234-4002, or Arlene's Dutch Kitchen on Facebook. Channel 98.9 thanks Arlene's Dutch Kitchen for their support.
When someone thinks of Lictus Oil and Propane, they most likely think of gasoline. Lictus Oil and Propane offers bulk quantities of motor oils, hydraulic fluids, and lubricants. Lictus serves customers in 3 states with propane and heating oil. Online at lictusoilandpropane.com. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is grateful for support from Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer.
This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is being supported in part by Woods Auto Parts Napa and Woods Power Sports in Sherman. Along with auto parts for most vehicles, Woods offers parts and service for off-road, ATV, and motorcycles. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Woods Napa and Power Sports for their support.
Joel Cook and the team at Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales supports this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast. Offering pre-owned cars and trucks in New York and Pennsylvania, Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales is on Route 6 in Corry or online at corrycars.com. Go Wolfpack from Corry Pre-Owned Auto.
Allegheny Power Equipment, Route 426 east of Corry, is an underwriter of this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Allegheny Power Equipment has worked with the small engine industry with parts and service for decades. 814-664-9291. The Channel 98 Sports Stream thanks Allegheny Power Equipment for their support.
This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream coverage of Wolfpack football is brought to you in part by Pat Finnerty at Finn's Auto Sales on the Niobe Road in Panama. Finn specializes in Subaru service and offers used cars as well. Home of 1J Racing. Channel 98.9 thanks Finn's Auto Sales for their support.
Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance. With offices in Panama and Jamestown, J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. Online at jedwardsinsurance.com.
Crotty Chevrolet in Buick is providing partial funding for the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Crotty Chevrolet is located at the Y in Columbus and online at crottychevy.com. Sponsor of the player of the game, Crotty Chevrolet Buick.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream at channel989.org. This broadcast is brought to you by Lictus Oil and Propane, Triple E Manufacturing, Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering, Crouch's Garage, First Place Auto Glass, Krager Racing Engines, and Mike's Machine, Leisure Time Power Sports of Corry, UTAG's Body Shop, Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales, Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant, Finn's Auto Sales, Appleby Motorsports, J. Edwards Insurance, Necker's Company General Store, Crotty Chevrolet and Buick, Fat Mon's Grub, Allegheny Power Equipment, Woods Auto Parts Napa and Woods Power Sports, and the Corry Federal Credit Union. And now it's time for the Corry Federal Credit Union Halftime Show on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream at channel989.org.
And welcome back to Harry Brochus Field here in Sherman, and CSP 26, St. Mary's 7 at the end of the first half, Kyle, and I can't think of one thing that Sherman, or what Coach Ty Harper would have told these guys at the half other than great job all the way around.
Yeah, great job all the way around, and let's do it again in the second half, because it was it's about as well as we've played a first half all year, and it was a good time to do it because I really thought that this St. Mary's team, and they obviously still can come back out in the second half, but I thought this was going to be a dogfight, and it has been. We've been very fortunate to score on special teams twice today, and that's been that's been a big difference, and we'll see if St. Mary's, a traditional run the football, control the clock, and sprinkle passing in every once in a while, it'll be curious to see if they want to down by 19 in the second half, if they want to get away from that and start throwing the football around. It did not prove to be overly successful in the first half for them to throw the football, but if you watch their film, they have the ability to do it.
Yeah, so because they deferred, CSP's actually going to get the ball here to start the second half, and they're going to be going right to left with the wind. So number 13 for St. Mary's, Brendan Picha, is going to attempt to kick off into the breeze that's picked up a little bit here over the half. And it's a squibber across the ground, and it takes a football hop, goes right over top of Micah Willink, and actually is going to be fielded very, very smartly by Bryce Hinsdale, who promptly just drops on it right there. Smart play. So CSP is going to take over first and 10 at about the 25-yard line, let's call it.
We're going to want to come out here in the second half and pretty much do what we did, which was, have a good mixture of run and pass, and see if we can hang one up on them here early in the third quarter and grow this lead. That'd be a big help.
So CSP comes out. 2 left, 1 right. Now that we're going to bring your motion across the backside of the field, and it's going to be a handoff to Trent Burchanowski. Keeping going, and it's going to be a tackle after about an 8-yard gain down the left-hand side. And once again, Trent had a monster first half, and he starts right off with another 8 or 9 yards here to start the second.
Coming right at the camera on that play, and nice job again by the outside end and receivers getting blocks out, and second short.
Curtis under center is going to be met. Gabe Roth with the handoff that time, going to be dropped for probably -2 yards. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Trent again. These uniforms, I apologize, they're tough to see the numbers. The green and the black kind of blend into each other. Once they're new, they're good, but when they get a little dirt on them, they're tough.
Again, Coleman, number 50 for St. Mary's, in there to make the play. When they needed a big stop on defense, he's been their guy.
Curtis from the shotgun. Big, long throw, and it's going to be picked off by Best Pitch, and that's going to be running back after the throw. And that's going to be a pass interception, returned about 15 yards to the CSP 45, and just what we didn't want to have happen after the start of the first drive of the second half.
Well, it's not a great start, putting a lot of pressure now back on our defense, and tried to go to Bryce deep there, double covered and a little overthrown, and resulted in the interception. So it's going to be St. Mary's ball here, right at about the 45, at the CSP 45-yard line. So best starting field position for St. Mary's this entire game. We'll see what they can do with it.
They got trips right, running back in the backfield, along with the quarterback still in the shotgun. Now they send one of the receivers across the line of scrimmage in motion, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to just try to rumble ahead for about 3 yards or so. And that was a quarterback keeper all the way. He didn't even look to hand off or throw to anybody. That was a called play. Second down, and let's call it 7 from about the 42-yard line or so.
We'll see in this second half if they decide to turn, to give the ball to number 5, the quarterback, and number 2, Christian Lewis. See if they're going to put the ball in their hands and try to make this comeback here.
CSP defense up on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Once again, the deep handoff to the running back. He gets about another 5 yards. Looking at about 3rd and 3 before he's brought down by the right half of the CSP defense over there.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for St. Mary's. Again, I probably sound like a broken record, but this is going to be 2-down territory, so they want to get a chunk here, and if not the first down, they'll get it. They're going to want to go for it on 4th. And
wide right, 2 left, quarterback in the shotgun. Going to be a little trap play up the middle, and it's going to be met. Trayvon Copta had his hands on him first. Micah Willink actually came in and lowered the boom on him, but Bryce Hinsdale back there as well, and
Hayden Battaglia
was in there too.
Defensive line position. Really great job by those.
That whole the left-hand side of the CSP defense was all back there. That was kind of a trap play. They had some misdirection going on in there, and I don't know what exactly they were trying to do with that play, but it did not work the way the St. Mary's coaches were hoping for. So now we're looking at 4th and 10 from the 45-yard line.
That's tough down and distance here.
Once again, some motion from the St. Mary's offense, going left to right this time, looking to pass. Nobody's open, and now he's got somebody, and it's going to be intercepted. That's going to be Bryce Hinsdale with the pick.
And the great job by Bryce there. Nice coverage. The learning lesson on that play when we get home tonight will be knock that ball down. It cost us about it cost us 10 yards, but
you only get so many chances to get an interception there, Dad.
It's tough to tell a kid to knock it down, but.
So CSP is going to take over on the interception, and that's going to be 1st down and 10 from the CSP 30-yard line. And Curtis is going to be under center, motioning Bryce across the backside of the offense. Gabe Roth. Going to be a pitch play to the left-hand side. Trent Burchanowski, once again, making big hay around this end over here. And that's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6 yards for Trent.
Great job by Kyle Ryan pulling off of his offensive lineman position, getting outside. Really nice job by Gabe Roth kicking out the corner, and it created a lot of space to gain about 6 yards for Trent.
All right, now CSP's back in jet mode here. They're moving right to the line of scrimmage, looking at the wristbands. Curtis under center, 2 left, 1 right. Bryce across the back of the formation under center. And the play is going to get bottled up by the St. Mary's defense. Big number 50, Coleman, once again. Seemed like any big defensive play they've had today has been a result of him.
Yeah, and they've got that play read out. We've tried to run it now. We ran it successfully early on. Have tried to run it a couple times since with no success. That play only works if there's the threat that the ball is going to be handed off to the motion guy. So eventually that ball's got to be handed off.
Bryce across the back of the formation again under motion. Curtis under center. Looks to be fake to the running back. Pass play. And Micah's going to have a drop after a potential 1st down catch there. That went in and out of his hands. So now it's going to be 4th down and 8 from about the 31-yard line, and CSP is going to send the punt team out. Dang, that would have been a nice one to have.
Yeah, and Dad might say that was a drop, but from my angle here, that was the defender made a great play and knocked it down. I'm not even sure that even got into the hands of Micah to make a play. But so we're going to punt here and see if Bryce can utilize this win to pin him back.
See if we can't pull off a 70-yard punt of our own after they give one to us in the first half. Trent Burchanowski coming across the formation. Good snap. Punt is away. A good punt by Bryce. Going to be caught at the 30-yard line by St. Mary's, pushing the back right there. And there comes the flag. Yep, okay. The official couldn't get the flag out of his pocket. I was going to say that was right in front of him, and he was struggling to get that out, but he did get it called. So we're going to have a holding call on the St. Mary's punt return team.
Yeah, nice job by Owen White there. Created that, got in position there to create the hold. The hold was on him, and he did a nice job calling it a face mask, but I don't think that's. I don't think that was right.
Yeah, I think I saw a hold. I didn't necessarily see face mask, but that could be the difference between 10 or 15 here. So we'll see. Dave Colsty is part of the refereeing crew here today, and he's marking back. There's 5. There's 10. They are going to give that a 15-yarder, so must have been the face mask. I didn't happen to see that. I saw the hold, but anyway, so it goes. So it's going to be first down, St. Mary's from the 26-yard line. 7:26 left here in the third quarter. CSP 26, St. Mary's 7. Going from left to right into the wind. And St. Mary's kind of back to their old offense here. They're going to try and spread us out a little bit. We got 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield, both about 5 yards back. And that play is going to be held for about a 2-yard gain.
Great job by Micah Willink. For those watching on the live stream, you could see that hole open up. Micah filled that spot, went low, made the nice tackle, and really held him to little to no gain on that play.
So we're looking at second down and 9 from about the 26-yard line.
We got a running clock here, 6:55 in the remaining in the third quarter, 26-7 CSP.
Similar offense. They have moved that running back up a little closer to the line of scrimmage now. They give it to number 3. He's around the left end, and he's got some daylight over there. CSP tacklers all over the place, and he's just kind of running by a lot of them. It's going to be enough for a St. Mary's first down, and that's one of their bigger offensive plays of the whole day.
Yeah, it was a jet sweep, similar to what we've been running off of that counter, and kid got the edge.
Yep.
And made a nice play. Good to see best pitch back out there after having a little bit of an issue in the second quarter.
So St. Mary's the line of scrimmage, first down and 10 from about the 46-yard line. Quarterback, running back, both in the backfield, 2 right, 1 left. Quarterback rolling to the right, looking to pass, and that one's going to be 5 yards outside of the reach of number 7 for the St. Mary's Wolfpack, or St. Mary's Lancers, and that's Trevor Sheehan. Their quarterback is really nimble and mobile. He's 6'2", 185, but he hasn't showed me a lot with his arm yet today, Kyle.
No,
he's had some ones that have been just overthrown wildly, and a couple of them just nobody anywhere near.
Yeah, that would be one he would want back. That was a pretty easy pitch and catch, or what appears to be an easy pitch and catch. Easy for me to say, but brings up second and long here.
Once again, Lewis with the carry. He's going to be off the left-hand side. Trent Burchanowski in from his defensive back position. And he's the first one that got a hit on him. Like we've been saying all game, you generally don't bring him down with one hit. And it took 2 or 3 guys. So kudos to the right side of the defense for the CSP Wolfpack. Looks like Trent slowed him down, and there was 2 or 3 other, probably Justin Massing possibly in there, and Hayden Battaglia. Another one in there making the tackle. So third down and 6 from the right at midfield here. 5:55 left, third quarter. Looks like maybe an audible here by the St. Mary's offense. Everybody's looking at their wristbands. Going to be a pass play. And Bryce Hinsdale with the second interception of the day. He's going to make this one, and he's going to get a decent run back out of it. And that one is going to result in a CSP turnover. Bryce Hinsdale correctly hangs on to that one, runs it back about 10 yards, right back to the center field stripe, and looks like maybe Bryce has got himself a cramp. A couple of his teammates kind of lifting up both legs, and that's hopefully not a serious thing, and he'll be up here shortly, we hope.
Yeah, good read of the play there by Bryce. Stepped in front of the wide receiver and made a good interception. Looks like he's just cramping up a little bit.
Yep.
Which means he needs to drink more water.
I'm sure his dad will get on him about that.
Throughout the week.
You mean not an hour before game time?
No.
Kids. So Support for CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartansburg, and online at www.corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream broadcast comes in part from Lichtitz Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family-owned, Lichtitz Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lichtitz Oil and Propane for their continued support. As Bryce Hinsdale's up off the turf, off the field under his own power with a water bottle in his hand, looks to be a pretty simple cramping issue there after the nice pick of the St. Mary's quarterback. Put CSP back in business right at midfield, 1st and 10, 5:35 left here in the third quarter, CSP 26, St. Mary's 7. Coach Ty Harper on the field, giving last-minute instructions to the offense.
See if we can put a nice drive together here, get some points, and
be nice to burn some clock too.
Yes.
Curtis under center. I think we're missing a player because Bryce is not on the field, and we didn't get our sub in, which is kind of a similar problem we ran into last week when Bryce went out. So we've got to work on that just a little bit. But regardless, Ty Harper with a timeout here with 5:35 left in the third quarter. Underwriting for this Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Triple E Manufacturing. Triple E Manufacturing offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Triple E Manufacturing of Sherman, online at tripleemanufacturing.com. Support for the Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering. Mosier's installs carpeting, vinyl, and laminate flooring as well as tile. Mosier's, Main Street in Clymer. Crotch's Garage, 2 East Main Street in Panama, underwrites the Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football on Channel 98.9. Crotch's offers automotive service, state inspection, and used cars too. We thank Crotch's Garage for their support. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football is provided in part by First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown. Owner Glass Tech, Robert Leonard from Panama, installs automotive glass and works with all major insurance companies. We thank First Place Auto Glass, 716-450-0847, or on Facebook. All right, out of the timeout, Kyle. Hate to burn that one coming off of an injury, but such it goes. So CSP Wolfpack to the line of scrimmage. Curtis Olson under center, 2 left, 1 right. Going to be a sweep to the left-hand side, and that's going to be tackled for a loss of about 4. Number 7 from St. Mary's came running in off of his outside linebacker position. Made the play. He was in the backfield before Trent Burchanowski had any chance to do anything with that one.
Yeah, Trevor Sheehan, senior for St. Mary's, played that linebacker spot, and he either read it very well or they had a blitz on, but he made a great individual effort there.
Yep.
By the senior.
2nd down and 15 now. Curtis under center. Going to be a fumble at the snap, and now the ball is loose. Trent Burchanowski from his running back position smartly goes back and jumps on it, but that's again going to be a loss of another 15 yards before Trent jumps on that thing. And just like that, we're kind of going the wrong direction, Kyle.
Yeah, and I didn't get a good look at what happened there, Brian. I don't know if it was a center quarterback.
Center quarterback, Curtis never got it, or he came out just a little early or something. But anyway, when he's under center, that seems to be a little problematic for us. I'd just soon keep him back in the shotgun. Now he is in the shotgun. Bubble screen to the left to Bryce. He's going to make a move on the defender. He's going to gain about 8 yards back. And that's going to bring up a 4th down call. And it's going to be 4th and a mile here. It's got to be close to 4th and 25 or so. So I got to think Coach Harper is going to be calling for the punt team here, coming in from your own 35-yard line.
Yep, we'll see if we can, again, pin them pin them back. Number 3, Jack, best pitch back for St. Mary's. Bryce Hinsdale back to punt.
Gabe Roth is centering on the snaps for the punt team. Tried to get him off sides, didn't work, almost did. Bringing Trent Burchanowski across the field. Bryce is back. Good punt, beautiful spiral, pushing number 3 back, and it takes a huge CSP Wolfpack bounce, actually too big. Hit about the 20-yard line and took a huge bounce, and that's going to be a touchback. But hey, we'll take the 70-yard net. So that Bryce is probably a little disappointed he didn't get him pinned back there, but I'll tell you what, it was a heck of a punt.
What's interesting, if you're, we'll be curious to see as CSP, if they punt again. What's interesting is as CSP puts that man in motion, the St. Mary's player goes with them, and it leaves that entire side of the field wide open. I'll be curious to see if Coach Harper is able to come up with something to maybe take advantage of that.
Well, that's something to keep in your back pocket. I don't know, up 26-7 if that's the call, but you never know. You know, these offensive or these high school games have a momentum switch in a hurry. So St. Mary's back in business from the shotgun, back out to best pitch to the left-hand side. You're going to be a tackle. Big Justin Massing coming over from his defensive tackle position and actually making the tackle outside the numbers. Best pitch did a nice job kind of evading the left side of the cornerbacking crew of the CSP defense, and Justin had no part of that, and just lowered the boom.
Really nice effort by Justin. Never gave up on the play. Defensive linemen, you love seeing defensive linemen make tackles 7 yards down the field.
Outside the numbers.
Outside the numbers, really putting a lot of effort in. Great job by
St. Mary's. Little power look here. Quarterback handoff to the big running back again, and he's met in the hole by about 4 or 5 defenders, led by Justin Massing again, Lucas Lissandro in there, Micah Willink piling off the pile. But they only needed about 2 yards, and they got about 2.5. So that's going to be a first down and 10 from about the 31-yard line for the St. Mary's offense. 2:19 and running on the third quarter clock here. CSP 26, St. Mary's 7. Here the coaching staff yelling for players to take water when they're on the sideline, and I agree with that 100%. It's warm out here today. Quarterback once again in the shotgun, and the running back actually even with him about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, and looking to pass this time, and nothing available, and he's going to take a sack, and that's going to be Hayden Battaglia with a quarterback snack from his nose tackle position, just bull rushed his guy right back into the heart of the pocket that the St. Mary's team was looking to form, and just disrupted the whole play.
Really nice play by Hayden. Beat his guy right at the line of scrimmage. And this quarterback is not an easy guy to take down. He's a little shifty, and he's a big kid. And Hayden controlled that and was able to get him down. So really nice play there by the defensive lineman.
So now we got second down and about 16, let's call it, from about the 25-yard line. Quarterback once again in the shotgun, bringing best pitch across the line of scrimmage under motion, looking to pass, rolling right, throwing left, and just outside the outstretched arms of number 6 from their team. They tried a little trickery there, throwing everybody to the right and then throwing back across it. And I think it was Cooper Brown that tried to defend that thing, and it was just past his outstretched arms.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle there from St. Mary's.
I kind of like that play, to be honest with you.
Yeah, nice play design. And to your point, Cooper Brown almost tipped it, and their receiver almost caught it. But
bunch of almost, yeah.
A lot of almost. And so it brings up about 3rd and 16 or so for St. Mary's. 2
right, 1 to the left. 2 in the backfield, as well as the quarterback as he stands ready to accept 5 yards back in the shotgun position. Another pass on the way, and he's looking to scramble and evades a couple defenders, but not big number 75, Hayden Battaglia, again in the backfield. Another sack that's going to go up to.
Really nice job by the entire defense. It forced the quarterback to have to scramble probably quicker than he wanted to. And
the reason the defensive tackles in the ends are getting their sacks is because the downfield guys are doing their job and guarding their receivers.
That's right. So this sets up for if CSP can catch the ball in the air and get a good return here, it might set up for some good field position.
They got 17 seconds left in the quarter here. They are going to snap it into the wind. All right, the punt goes basically vertically into the air. Just get away from that thing, and that's what it's going to do. And it's going to be about a net 8-yard gain on that thing. So after the punt, CSP is going to take over, and they're going to have first down and 10 from about the 36-yard line, and we're back in business with 6.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. This Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast is supported in part by Kreger Racing Engines and Mike's Machine and Climber. Kreger Racing Engines provides performance machining and assembly for race teams nationwide. Best wishes to the Wolfpack from Kreger Racing Engines. All right, the CSP offense makes their way to the line of scrimmage. We got split left, split right. Curtis under center, Trent and Gabe in the backfield, and it's going to be a handoff to Trent Burchanowski up the middle of the St. Mary's defense. Trent finds daylight, jumping out to the left-hand side, and he's going to have a gain of about 14 yards or so, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here.
Great job by Trent breaking a couple tackles there early on, allowed him to get to the second level, and really nice job. Good, nice play on first down.
Yeah. Support for the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream coverage of CSP football is provided by Mosier's Carpeting and Floor Covering. Mosier's installs carpeting, vinyl, and laminate flooring, as well as tile. Mosier's, Main Street and Climber. Crouch's Garage, 2 East Main Street in Panama, underwrites the Corry Federal Credit Union coverage of CSP football on Channel 98.9. Crouch's offers automotive service, state inspection, and used cars too. We thank Crouch's Garage for their support. UTAG's Body Shop in Corry is helping to bring you this production of CSP football on the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Along with collision repair and refinishing, UTAG's offers frame straightening services. 633 East Main Street in Corry, UTAG's Body Shop. Funding for this Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream broadcast comes in part from Lictus Oil and Propane in Climber. Family-owned, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on-road diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98 sports team thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support.
Quick update, Brian, from this morning. CSP Wolfpack JV team traveled a couple hours up to Buffalo to play, I believe it was West Seneca
East.
An A school, I believe, maybe even double A. And JV pulled out a victory up there 20-0. So good things happening at the varsity level, really good things happening at the JV level. The slogan for this year's CSP team is Eyes on the Future. And that was both for, not being able to, can't live on your state championship play by Trent Burchanowski there.
So that CSP Wolfpack was on the line of scrimmage there, a little tight formation, and hand off to Trent, made his way about 10 yards up through the middle of the St. Mary's defense, and then a little extracurricular after the play. They're going to get one of the St. Mary's players, I don't know, him and Micah were tied up. I'm not sure they were exchanging birthdays or what they were doing, but anyway, the flag goes on the St. Mary's defender. So that's just going to improve our field position that much more.
He may have been wondering where to send the Christmas card.
That's probably what it was, yeah. So anyway, personal foul against the St. Mary's team. It's going to bring probably one of those half the distance to the goal penalties is my guess. So that's going to bring us down to about the 8-yard line or so. And CSP, actually, it's going to be closer than that. It's going to be about the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 5-yard line. CSP Wolfpack looking to go back into that jet mode again, and they're on the line of scrimmage ready to snap the ball as soon as the referee puts the ball in play. Curtis under center. It's going to be a pitch around the right-hand side, and that's going to be Trent Burchanowski, and he's gobbled up by number 7 from his linebacker position. That's a couple times he's made that play today, Kyle.
Yeah, it was actually that was looks like number 7, but it was actually number 9, Thomas Vaccaro, senior linebacker, played a nice play Nice rebound. I think the last personal foul penalty may have been on him. So nice rebound for that kid to forget about what he did and make a nice play on the next play.
So now we're looking at second down, and once again it's still goal, but now we're at about the 11-yard line. A loss of about 6 yards on that play. CSP offense up to the line of scrimmage. Curtis under center. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Gabe and Trent in the backfield. And this one's going to be Curtis rolling out to the left. He's looking to throw deep. Going to be pass defended, but we got a flag in the end zone. I'm not sure they're going to call that on the offense or the defense. I'm assuming defense, the way the CSP team's looking. But we'll wait to see the official call from the referee. They were both kind of fighting for the ball.
Yeah, it looks like maybe that was defensive pass interference.
Defensive pass interference is indeed the call. And so that should be probably first down, because I think they were in the end zone. That'll be first down and goal from the 1, I believe.
Looks like they're going to put it about the 3 or 4 yard line, but it will be first and goal.
First and goal. 1 left, 2 in the backfield. Curtis under center. Going to be a handoff to Trent Burchanowski right up the middle. He gets a tough 2 yards, but not to the end zone at this point. Right over the back of center Hayden Battaglia is where that one went. And just trying to root that big number 50 out of there is quite a chore.
Yeah, it's tough. You're not gonna want to run at him most of the day.
10:34 left here on a running clock. 26-7 CSP over St. Mary's. 10:30 left here in the fourth quarter. CSP content to kind of let the clock run here just a little bit, even though they're all looking at their wristbands. We're content to let this thing, the 45-second clock, kind of tick down. I believe the play clock or the ready for play clock.
Yeah, we're gonna want to hurry a little bit here.
Curtis under center, receives the snap. It's going to be handoff to Trent, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, right up through the heart of the St. Mary's defense. Similar play call to what they just had, and I think they had a little trap block on the inside there, and they got number 50 kind of trapped behind a couple players, and Trent just walked in there. I could have made it through that hole maybe.
Yeah, and they brought Justin Massing and kind of hid him in the backfield, and he was lead blocker for Trent, and did a great job. And we're going to try to make the extra point here, up 32-7.
Gabe Roth on the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and away, and it's good. Bryce Hinsdale with the extra point. 33-7 now. Wolfpack over the St. Mary's Lancers, and this has been quite an offensive display here today, Kyle.
Yeah, really nice job by
defense too.
All three phases of the football team have had a really nice first 3 quarters. I want to take the next 10 minutes here and finish it off, but really nice job. I truly thought this would be a much closer game than what it's proven to be so far. So we'll see what kind of fight St. Mary's has in them. They're not gonna roll over for CSP here, and we got to finish strong and see if we can keep playing good offense and defense and special teams. And it starts right here on the kickoff.
Once again, this Wolfpack football broadcast is being underwritten in part by Neckers Company General Store. For over 100 years, Neckers Company has served Clymer with groceries, meats, deli, footwear, and gift items. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Neckers Company General Store for their support as the CSP kickoff team lines themselves up at the 40-yard line. Bryce Hinsdale with his hand in the air, getting ready to launch this left to right into a little bit of a headwind. Nice kick, and that one's actually going to be fielded on the run again by number 3, best pitch. And still running, bobbling the ball. Trayvon Copta is the one that finally put the end of that run back. And actually, when Trayvon hit him, that ball kind of popped out a little bit.
It did bounce a little bit. Best pitch got it back, and they're going to start at about the 30-yard line here.
9:42 left. CSP defense on the field. I got to think homecoming is going to be a pretty joyous occasion here if everything kind of continues as things have gone here.
Yeah, I would think so.
St. Mary's walks to the line of scrimmage and hands on their hips. And quarterback once again in shotgun. And 2 left, 1 right. Big running back in the backfield. Quarterback receives it, looking to pass the ball. And that's going to fall incomplete. Looking to catch the wide receiver on the slant pattern across the middle of the backfield, or the middle of the CSP defense, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf.
And there was another open receiver, Brian. That play was there, and that number 10, Marco Fudoli, came across the middle. He was open. Just quarterback and receivers have just been off a hair today.
Yeah, yep. You can tell by looking at their stats that running is their prime way to move the football, and when they got it passed, a little iffy. Here comes the big running back up the middle, and he's cutting it to the outside. CSP gang tackles him, and there's 3 or 4 of them over there. Justin Massing being one. Landon Moore being another one that was on tackle. He goes for about 9 yards, let's call it. 3rd down and 1 from about the 38-yard line.
And if you're St. Mary's, that's a great play. The challenge is that you're in the 4th quarter down 26 and need to get some points.
Quarterback in the shotgun looking to pass once again. Big Hayden Battaglia with another quarterback pressure. I think, nope, they're going to let him say that he got the ball away. Hayden was right on him, and just as Hayden hit him, the ball was just on the way out. And they're going to say that it's an incomplete pass, but give all the credit in the world to Hayden.
Good pressure by Hayden. That's
3 or 4. A couple sacks he's had.
This highlight reel stuff for Hayden in the last two or 3 possessions on the defensive side of the football.
Yep. Once again, Ashton Munson, Hayden Battaglia, Hayden Heiser, Justin Massing, all doing a great job on that inside today. Quarterback receives the snap in the shotgun. Hand off to the running back up the middle, cuts it to the outside. Lewis on the carry. He's tackled well downfield by Bryce Hinsdale, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down for St. Mary's. They needed 1. They got about 8 or 9 on that one. Like we've said all along, he makes it to that 2nd level, and he can be a force.
Yep. Yeah, and he.
But to our credit, he hasn't gotten there a lot today.
Nope. Outside of the one
long run, they bottled him up,
contained him very well.
Probably their 2nd longest play was that little wide receiver power jet screen that they ran the last time around. Quarterback in the shotgun once again, looking to pass the ball, and it's across the middle, and it's caught by number 21. Actually, they're going to say no. Carl Germain from the far side officiating position is going to call that ball hit the turf, and he trapped it. So that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, same play that he missed number 10 on earlier. They flipped the other side of the field, and again, the guy was number 21, Alex Ellison, was open and just couldn't make the connection.
Yep. So they'll try it again. Once again, full backfield, 3 running backs back there, along with a quarterback, wide receiver left, wide receiver right, quarterback in the shotgun, ready to receive it. It's going to be a pass to the right-hand side. Going to be a screen pass or attempt at a screen, and it's going to be completed, and that's going to be close to enough for a St. Mary's 1st down along the right-hand side of the field, right in front of the bench of St. Mary's. They're going to call him out about 2 yards short. 3rd and 2 from the CSP 40-yard line. 7:23 left here in the 4th quarter. CSP 33, St. Mary's 7.
That was the first time we've seen that little flare pass to running back, and I actually like that play. I might like it even better to the field side versus the boundary side. Give the running back a little bit more space to move.
Okay. Running back run up the middle, still running, carrying CSP tacklers all the way, and that's going to be another Lewis for about 4 yards, which is going to be enough for another St. Mary's 1st down.
7:10 remaining here in the game on a running clock. CSP 33, St. Mary's 7.
St. Mary's right to the line of scrimmage. They're kind of running their jet package now, so they're looking to speed things up. They want to try and push this across the goal line if they can. Quarterback in the shotgun, rolling to the right. Hayden Battaglia on him again. That one's going to be incomplete again. We're looking for number 9 across the middle, and the ball was fairly well defended. There is a flag on the field. They're going to get pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, I think, Brian, as I was watching that, a player was coming across the middle from left to right, and to be honest with you, it looked like maybe they just ran into each other. But definitely the CSP player impeded the St. Mary's.
I don't know. I'm assuming the CSP is kind of sitting back in his zone coverage up by 26 here, and that's easy to have happen when you have receivers trying to run crossing routes. So St. Mary's to the line. 1st and 10 for them, right on the 20-yard line. 1 left, 2 right. Now they bring one of the receivers across the formation. Quarterback hands it off to Lewis up the middle, and he's going to have about 5 or 6 yards. Let's call it 8 now, as he's still going and dragging Wolfpack tacklers the whole way. Whole host of tacklers in there. Micah Willink, Justin Massing, I think just Hayden Battaglia. I saw him in there. So a whole host of CSP defenders, but 2nd down and 1 now from inside the 10-yard line, and CSP defense kind of got their backs against the goal line here. St. Mary's got a little motion going here all of a sudden.
See if we can create a turnover here.
Fake handoff to the running back, and Trayvon Copta, there's the fumble. They're going to call that an incomplete pass, but Trayvon Copta just leveled the boom on him. They faked the handoff up the middle, and the quarterback tried to run around the right end, and they ran right into Trayvon. And as soon as they hit that quarterback, they're going to say he tried to throw the ball. I'm going to say Trayvon hit him hard enough that he dislodged that thing.
Yeah, he hit him hard, and third and
1.
Here.
Yep.
I know from Coach Payne's standpoint, Coach Harper's standpoint, they'd love to keep St. Mary's out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone here, yep. Quarterback receives the snap, giving it to number 2 this time in the backfield, and he's evading tacklers. Lewis again, 1st down, but he's going to be short of the goal line. He's going to make it down to about the 5.
We've made, nothing's been easy for him today, Brian. Even that play where he got a couple yards, it was, he had to stop a couple times and have some
clock management issues here. Yep. I think we'll get that figured out.
Yeah. About the only thing that's gone wrong today.
Yeah.
Clock management.
Yep.
Clock
operator management. Yep. So we got 1st down from the 5-yard line, looking to pass, and that's going to be thrown over the head of the St. Mary's defender, Bryce Hinsdale, on the defense there, and that ball was well over over his receiver's head. Nobody had a chance to catch that one.
Yeah, nice job by Bryce there on the slant route, playing good position. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line. It's again 2 right, 1 left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Lewis has been their prime back all day long here, and once again he gets it, and once again 4 or 5 tacklers, and he's going to be held short. He's going to get about 2 yards, but I see Ashton Munson in there, I see Trayvon Copta in there, I see Micah Willink in there, so once again, it's never one person that brings him down. It's 3 or 4 or 5 or 8, whatever it takes.
And we've done a really nice job all day of making initial contact and then hanging on and gang tackling the rest of it.
So now they have a wide receiver really far on the right-hand side, 1 to the short side, 3 running backs and a quarterback in the shotgun, accepts it. Looks to be a quarterback keeper. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, and he forces his way in for the touchdown. So that's going to be a score for the St. Mary's team. 4:39 left here in the 4th quarter. And that's going to be 33-13, CSP over St. Mary's with the extra point upcoming.
Nice run by quarterback Jaden Wilson. Hole was off tackle and followed all of his blockers and was able to get into the end zone.
Had three in the backfield plus himself last play there, so there was plenty of beef to be moving people around. And now they split us out again. 2 right, 2 left, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback receives a shotgun snap. Low snap. He's chased around, and the ball is tipped and caught by the St. Mary's defender for a 2-point conversion. I think Micah got his finger on that thing, but I believe that the offender wasn't distracted enough, and he was able to pull that in along the back end line of the end zone.
Yeah, that was odd. I thought Micah tipped it away.
I did too. But the way it goes.
Yep.
33-15, 4:39 left. This Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is being supported in part by Woods Auto Parts Napa and Woods Power Sports in Sherman. Along with auto parts for most vehicles, Woods offers parts and service for off-road, ATV, and motorcycles. Channel 98.9 thanks Woods, Napa, and Power Sports for their support. Support for CSP Wolfpack Football play-by-play on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided in part by the Corry Area Federal Credit Union. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, and 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, as well as online at www.corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack Football play-by-play. As St. Mary's lines up the kickoff team, and they're ready to put the ball in play. Kickoff, they try the squibber, and it goes right to Micah Willink, and he smartly jumps right on it and falls to his knees right at midfield. Coach Ty Harper had the hands team in there, thinking that might be what happened, and Micah did a nice job gobbling that thing up.
Yep, great job. Great job by Micah. With 4:38 left in the game here, CSP is going to want to burn some clock. See if we can wrap this up, get out of here with no injuries, and go on to next week.
So we brought Justin Massing back in the game here. He's actually on the line this time, not in the backfield. But Gabe Roth and Trent Burchanowski are the two backs. Curtis under center, right at midfield. Curtis turns around, hands it to Trent Burchanowski, and he's going to have a tough 1 yard. So that's going to bring up second and close to 10 still. But tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. That clock just keeps running. Now under 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Second down, and we'll call it 10.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Harper's feeling awful about that play call. I would imagine that you might get two more of those.
Yeah.
Two more of those play calls here, because the clock is our friend at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, the CSP team where they've been sprinting and having huddles at the line. Now they huddle, they walk into the line, and everything's just on slowdown mode here just a little bit. Curtis Olson under center, takes the snap. Going to be a pitch around to the right-hand side. Trent Burchanowski trying to make his way around the backside of that defense. And number 56 with a shirt collar tackle of Trent. He did not get his hand inside the pads for the horse collar, but it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up third down, and let's call it 11, I guess. And that's going to be placed in play about the 48-yard line as the St. Mary's team takes a timeout with 3:17 left here. CSP 33, St. Mary's 15.
Yeah, and I think that's St. Mary's second timeout. So they have one remaining, and if we could somehow get a first down here, it should seal the deal.
One more pass, maybe.
Yeah.
Joel Cook and the team at Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales supports the Corry Federal Credit Union sports team broadcast, offering pre-owned cars and trucks in New York and Pennsylvania. Corry Pre-Owned Auto Sales is on Route 6 in Corry or online at corrycars.com. Go Wolfpack from Corry Pre-Owned Auto. The Wolfpack broadcast on the Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is brought to you in part by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery, 104 East Main Street in Sherman. Arlene's offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Becky's Bakery features Amish-style baked goods, 716-234-4002, or Arlene's Dutch Kitchen on Facebook. Go Wolfpack from Arlene's Dutch Kitchen. All right, CSP comes out of the timeout right to the line of scrimmage. Bryce Hinsdale down to the left, and Curtis Olson now in shotgun mode. And looks like maybe we are going to get our pass here, Kyle. Sure enough, here it is. Curtis under pressure, center screen, and that one was fairly well defended by number 9 from St. Mary's. And that's going to be caught by Lucas Lissandro, but he's going to be well short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 11, and St. Mary's promptly takes their final timeout.
Yeah, I like the play call there. To screen pass essentially is a running play, high percentage completion, and keeps the clock running, forces St. Mary's to take their 3rd and final timeout. We'll get a punt here. Ideally, Bryce kicks it away from the
receiver back there.
Yeah. And the reason for that is as that ball bounces, you want it to bounce and kind of bounce around and allow additional time to come off the clock. So we'll see what he does here, but. First
we're in high school. We want a good snap and a receiver.
Yeah. First thing first.
Yeah.
Good snap, and let's get the
ball off. I got a feeling they're probably going to run a full rush at us here. So CSP's got extra offenders in the backfield trying to ward off the oncoming charge from St. Mary's. Now they're calling Trent Burchanowski across the good snap. Good punt by Bryce. Punts away. Fielded on the run, and it's going to be bobbled, and it's going to be a turnover, and that's going to be a fumble recovery. And that's going to be recovered by CSP. Number 2 came running up the field, and he caught it, and his first step, that ball just kind of slipped right underneath him. Actually, that was number 3. That was best pitch. And that one is one that he is going to, unfortunately, remember for a while. As the referees wind the clock, 2:58 left here. CSP with a fresh set of downs, and I got to believe Coach Harper is going to be content to 3 yards and a cloud of dust on this thing, and let's just get out of here.
Yeah, normally you could, with a little bit less time, we probably could take a knee, but we're going to want to run a couple plays here. Running the play itself runs off a little bit more clock than taking a knee, so we just want to make sure we have 2 hands on the ball. And
hand off to Trent Burchanowski up the left-hand side, met by a host of St. Mary's defenders, makes about 4 yards before he's pushed back, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 6. Dale and Cindy Appleby at Appleby Motorsports are supporters of the Wolfpack and the Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Appleby Motorsports, located in North Clymer, offers racing accessories and chassis setup for race teams in the region. We thank Appleby Motorsports for their support. Fat Mon's Grub and Corry is an underwriter of this Wolfpack football broadcast. Fat Mon's menu includes pizzas, subs, salads, and dinners. Take out or read in. 814-964-3158. Curtis Olson under center. Receives it. Hand off to number 34. That's a new number for me. I apologize.
58 is not on our roster, Brian.
Alex Barmore actually is the one that received that handoff, so that's a new running back for us. Number 58 for...
might have been 56. We'll go with 56. Will Rhodes, senior defensive lineman. Nice play by him.
Met Alex right in the hole.
Yep.
And that's good to see Alex in the game. First time we've called his name today. He's going to give, looks like Gabe Roth a little break at the running back position. And now they split him out to the right. Cooper Brown to the right, Micah and Bryce to the left, Curtis under center. Going to bring Bryce across the field on motion, and that's going to be a quarterback keeper. And Curtis muscles his way for a tough 3 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And with the running clock, they're going to have to run one more play, but that's going to be just run around the back of the huddle, I think. 39, 38, 37 seconds left.
Yeah, I could see Coach Harper running this down, taking a timeout. It'll be, I don't know, maybe under 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they put that ball in play about 49 or 50 seconds, so 45-second clock, right?
Yeah, 40 second
40?
clock. So you could have, and
the rest,
Curtis take the snap and kind of
just take a
few
knee.
steps back.
And instead they're going to give it on a pitch to Alex Barmore around the right-hand side. Alex runs the ball out of bounds, but he does that just as the clock hits double zeros. And smart play call. Pitch it to the outside when they're stacked up on the middle and run the clock out, which is exactly what happened. So what a day for the CSP Wolfpack. Homecoming, beautiful afternoon, big crowd. CSP takes care of business, comes back after the loss last week to Randolph, and really just dominated this game. 33-15 is how it ends up, Kyle, but it really felt like more than that.
It did, and then outside of the one big run by Christian Lewis that got St. Mary's on the board to tie it at 7, really the defense did a great job of containing him and bottling him up, and this is a really nice win for CSP. As you mentioned early on, St. Mary's plays in that Class B division out of the Monsignor Martin League up in Buffalo, and really nice win.
Nice win here. So as we look forward to next week, CSP plays on Friday night in Franklinville against the Franklinville-Ellicottville Titans. Going to be coming off a big victory. You got to make sure that you don't have a letdown after something like this. Franklinville-Ellicottville is in our league, so that'll be enough. Should be enough to keep Coach Harper and the team kind of focused. But this was a big win.
Yeah, and we've got, and we knew coming in we had a 3-week stretch here with Randolph, St. Mary's, and Franklinville-Ellicottville that was really gonna test this team, and didn't play as well as we would have liked last week. I think everybody would admit that.
I would have liked to have seen today's offensive and the whole, actually everything, offense, defense, special team against Randolph. Obviously you don't do that, but different team, different day. But we played much, much, much better today.
Yes, we did.
Some of that was Randolph. I'm not going to take anything away from them. They're good.
Yeah, Randolph put 51 up on Portville last night, which was a big win for them. So, really, really excited. I think the kids are going to, I think I'm most impressed about the way that we were able to rebound from last week.
Yeah.
We talked about it at the end of the telecast last week that, we got to forget it and we got to move on and get ready for this week. And you can tell Coach Harper had the kids ready. Coach Harper and Coach Payne and Coach Bodemer had the kids ready, and really right from the very start, we got a quick 3-and-out on defense, and then we got the ball and went down and got an early 7-0 lead, and that's a really good credit to Coach Harper and the staff.
So the section does a nice thing here at the end of every one of these games. They give a character award out. And for the St. Mary's team, it was given to number 74, Shaylon Scott. And for the CSP team, it was Lucas Lissandro. And that's just a nice thing that they do. But we are now obligated to give the Crotty Chevrolet player of the game. And there's a few guys, but the one that stood out to me today, offense, defense, and special teams, Trent Burchanowski.
Yeah, I think Trent, between what he did running the football, had two touchdowns on special teams, and then he played an integral role in keeping Christian Lewis bottled up from a defensive standpoint. Really great game by Trent, and he well deserving of the Crotty Chevrolet player of the game.
And with that, we're going to bring things to a close here from Harry Brocious Field. Thank you for listening. You can catch our next broadcast 7 o'clock Friday night from Franklinville as the CSP Wolfpack travels to Franklinville to take on the Franklinville-Ellicottville Titans. That'll do it from here. 33-15 CSP over St. Mary's. Have a good week, everybody.